fire pump and its related equipment must be located in a separate room. This requirement is crucial for ensuring the reliable operation of the fire pump system during a fire emergency. This separation helps protect the fire pump from potential damage caused by fire, smoke, or water, and it also allows firefighters to easily access and maintain the pump. Several key considerations and code requirements dictate the specifics of this separation. Firstly, the room housing the fire pump needs to have a fire resistance rating. This rating, typically expressed in IRs, signifies the amount of time the walls, floor, and ceiling of the room can withstand exposure to fire. The specific fire resistance rating is determined by local building codes and standards, often referencing NFPA 20, the standard for the installation of stationary fire pumps for fire protection. Secondly, the fire pump room must be adequately ventilated. Proper ventilation prevents the buildup of heat and smoke, ensuring the pump operates efficiently and remains accessible to personnel. Ventilation requirements are typically outlined in NFPA 20 and local mechanical codes. The ventilation system may involve natural ventilation such as louvers or mechanical ventilation such as fans. Thirdly, access to the fire pump room needs to be protected. This means the entrance to the room should be located in an area that is unlikely to be affected by fire. Additionally, the door to the room should be self-closing and have a fire resistance rating commensurate with the room's fire resistance rating. Fourthly, the fire pump room should be protected from flooding. Fire pumps are critical to fire suppression efforts, and flooding can render them inoperable. The room should be located in an area that is not prone to flooding, or it should be equipped with appropriate drainage systems. Fifthly, the fire pump room should be adequately illuminated. Sufficient lighting is essential for personnel to safely operate and maintain the pump. Emergency lighting should also be provided in case of a power outage. Sixthly, the fire pump room should be kept free of storage and other equipment that is not related to the fire pump system. This helps prevent obstructions and ensures that the pump is readily accessible. Seventhly, the fire pump room should be clearly identified with signage indicating its purpose. This helps firefighters and other personnel quickly locate the pump in an emergency. Eighthly, the electrical wiring and equipment in the fire pump room must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code, specifically Article 695, fire pumps. This ensures the reliable operation of the electrical system that powers the pump. Ninthly, the fire pump room should be inspected and maintained regularly to ensure it is in good condition. This includes checking the fire resistance rating of the walls, floor, and ceiling, the ventilation system, the access door, the drainage system, the lighting, and the electrical system. Tenthly, the size of the fire pump room must be adequate to accommodate the fire pump, its related equipment, and sufficient working space for maintenance and repairs. The specific dimensions of the room will depend on the size of the pump and the layout of the equipment. In addition to these general requirements, there may be other specific requirements depending on the local building codes and the specific application. For example, some jurisdictions may require the fire pump room to be equipped with a fire suppression system. It's also crucial to consider the specific requirements of NFPA 20, which provides detailed guidance on the installation, testing, and maintenance of fire pumps. Understanding and adhering to these requirements is essential for ensuring the reliable operation of the fire pump system and the safety of building occupants. It's also important to consult with qualified fire protection engineers and local building officials to ensure that the fire pump room meets all applicable requirements. The fire pump room is not just a space, it's a critical component of a building's fire protection system. Its design and construction must be carefully considered to ensure it provides the necessary protection for the fire pump and allows for its reliable operation during a fire emergency. Proper separation of the fire pump and related equipment is fundamental to the overall effectiveness of the fire protection system. This separation ensures that the fire pump remains operational even if a fire occurs in other parts of the building. Without this separation, the fire pump could be damaged or rendered inoperable, compromising the building's fire suppression capabilities. The fire resistance rating of the fire pump room's walls, floor, and ceiling is a critical factor in providing this protection. The higher the fire resistance rating, the longer the room can withstand exposure to fire, giving firefighters more time to respond and suppress the fire. Adequate ventilation is also essential for maintaining the fire pump's operational efficiency. Overheating can damage the pump and reduce its performance. Proper ventilation helps dissipate heat and keep the pump running at its optimal temperature. Protected access to the fire pump room is crucial for ensuring that firefighters can quickly and easily reach the pump in an emergency. The entrance to the room should be located in a safe area, away from potential fire hazards. A self-closing door with a fire resistance rating helps prevent fire and smoke from entering the room. Protection from flooding is another important consideration. Fire pumps are often located in basements or other areas that are prone to flooding. Measures should be taken to prevent water from entering the room and damaging the pump. Adequate illumination and emergency lighting are necessary for safe operation and maintenance of the pump. Clear signage helps firefighters and other personnel quickly identify the fire pump room. Keeping the fire pump room free of storage and other unrelated equipment ensures that the pump is readily accessible and prevents obstructions. The electrical wiring and equipment in the fire pump room must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code to ensure a reliable power supply to the pump. Regular inspection and maintenance are essential for ensuring that the fire pump room and its equipment are in good condition. This includes checking the fire resistance rating, ventilation system, access door, drainage system, lighting, and electrical system. The size of the fire pump room must be adequate to accommodate the pump, its related equipment, and sufficient working space. The specific dimensions of the room will depend on the size of the pump and the layout of the equipment. In summary, the separation of the fire pump and related equipment in a dedicated fire-rated room is a critical requirement for ensuring the reliable operation of the fire protection system. By adhering to the relevant codes and standards, building owners and designers can help protect the fire pump from damage and ensure that it is readily available to firefighters in an emergency. This separation is not merely a matter of compliance, it's a fundamental principle of fire safety that can save lives and protect property. The dedicated fire pump room serves as a safe haven for this essential piece of equipment, ensuring its continued functionality when it's needed most. Furthermore, the fire pump room often houses other critical components of the fire suppression system, such as the fire pump controller, which manages the pump's operation, and the jockey pump, which maintains pressure in the fire sprinkler system. These components are also essential for the overall effectiveness of the fire protection system and must be protected alongside the fire pump. Therefore, the design and construction of the fire pump room must take into account the needs of all these components, ensuring that they are properly housed and protected. The fire pump room should be considered an integral part of the building's life safety system, and its design and construction should be given the same level of attention as other critical safety features, such as fire alarms and emergency exits. By prioritizing the fire pump room, building owners and designers can demonstrate a commitment to fire safety and help protect the lives and property of building occupants. Finally, remember that the specific requirements for fire pump room separation can vary depending on local codes and regulations. It's essential to consult with qualified fire protection professionals and local building officials to ensure that the fire pump room meets all applicable requirements. This will help ensure that the fire pump system is properly installed and maintained, and that it will operate reliably in an emergency.